Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Bakhmut is surrounded, and I don't have only Mr. Prigozhin's statement, which is the founder and leader of the Wagner group, but I also have articles that I read coming from the Ukrainian side and the American side trying to water it down. I have here three articles that I'm going to present in this video. Two of them coming from the Russian side, the other one coming from Reuters, which is the good side. Ukrainians say that no, that's not true. This is not encirclement yet. We still are fighting, and that's a lie. Okay, obviously, they will deny it. So let's get going with this first article, which comes from Reuters via US News. This is from today, March 3rd, 2023. Russian mercenary chief says Ukraine's Bakhmut is practically surrounded. Now, if I go to Russia Today, key Donbas city surrounded. Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin is encouraging Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky to let Kiev's forces retreat from Artyomovsk, which is the Russian name for Bakhmut. So let's get going with the American with Reuters. And Yevgeny Prigozhin, founder of the Russian Wagner mercenary force, said in a video published on Friday that the Ukrainian city of Bakhmut was practically surrounded, end quote. Keyword practically, by his forces, and that Kiev forces had only one road left out. Prigozhin's men have spearheaded the assault in eastern Ukraine for months. Moscow regards Bakhmut, which is called by Soviet-era name of Artyomovsk, as a useful stepping stone to seize bigger cities like Kramatorsk and Slovyansk, but somehow, geographically, the Ukrainians don't see that. It's like it's not there. Prigozhin, wearing a military uniform in the video, called on Zelensky to withdraw his forces from the small city. And I'm quoting, "Units of the private military company Wagner have practically surrounded Bakhmut. Only one road is left. Parentheses open to Ukrainian forces. The prices are getting tighter." The price is high here, okay. The pincers are getting tighter, said Prigozhin. Reuters geolocated the video to the village of Paraskovivka, 4.3 miles, 7 kilometers north of the center of Bakhmut. Prigozhin announced the capture of Paraskovivka on February 17th. You know why they said this? He's lying. Like, if tomorrow Putin says, okay, we conquered or we surrounded, let's say, Kiev. Oh, no, that's not true. You know the reason? Putin is not in Kiev. Putin is in Moscow. So this guy, because he is saying that from this little village, which is this far away north of the center of Bakhmut, proves in children's mind that he is lying. He has to be writing. I don't know. He has to. I don't know why these guys expect him to go and do a victory lap around Bakhmut, videotaping him, TikToking or something, and saying, "See, that's the evidence that actually it is." And even then, they will say, "Well, that video was taken, I don't know, 3 days ago," or that is not true. They will find something anyway. I don't care if the guy, how stupid it is, but what do you expect from these guys anyway? These guys, anyone who, I'm pretty sure you've been in some debates or arguments, conversations when, it was a serious matter and you provided evidence, or, you destroyed the debate person into the whatever the issue was at hand discussed, and the person on the other side just comes with a stupid, illogical argument that you're like, what the hell? What does that have to do with this? The same. These guys mention that as if that proves Prigozhin wrong. What? So do you have to be on the front over there and write, "Hey, we're encircling it. We're about to close the doors now," or a barrier or something? How stupid. But anyway, it works with some people, believe me. I don't have, as you probably figured it out so far, I don't have a very optimistic view on human race anyway. And why? Just to go around the block a few times and figure it out. Remember who was that? Who said it? Was it Nietzsche, or was it Nietzsche, or it was supposedly Churchill, Winston Churchill, who said, I think Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche, a visit to the mental asylum will make you lose faith in the human race or something like this. And I think Churchill said something about voting again, and people, I can't remember, something the same way, that it's unbelievable how we, anyway, I don't know, just check it out. Something like, how can we allow these people to vote, or no one, it's not the other guy who said no one, happy, or not happy, lucky the politicians for having such dumb masses or something like this. So I don't have a very, as I said, optimistic and positive view on our evolution, let's put it this way. So anyway, let's see what else these guys say. So this video, yeah, this is where it was located. So anyway, this is how they end this article. Prigozhin on Tuesday released another video showing his fighters inside Bakhmut. Reuters geolocated the footage to the east of Bakhmut, around 1.2 miles, 2 kilometers from the city center. So I don't know, were they pushed back according to your logic? You know, I mean, according to his logic, if he says here today that it's all practically surrounded, and he was 4.3 miles away, and then 2 days ago or yesterday, whenever these guys say it, on Thursday, yesterday, which I made a video on this one, saying that these guys are inside Bakhmut and they were 1.2 miles, so that means from yesterday, from 1.2 miles to 4 whatever miles over there, that means they're retreating, the Wagner group, by, I mean, using this guy's logic. You have to, I don't know. But anyway, you got the point. Let's go to the Russian article. Key Donbass city surrounded. So Wagner private military company has de facto completely surrounded the key city Artyomovsk, referred to as Bakhmut in Ukraine. The group's leader Yevgeny Prigozhin announced on Friday in a video apparently shot on the outskirts of the city. The Wagner chief personally addressed Zelensky, telling him that the Donbass city has been encircled and that there is now only one road left out of the city. The pincers are closing shut, announced Prigozhin. He added that previously the Wagner group have been fighting a professional Ukrainian army, but is now instead coming across more and more old men and children. And I'm quoting, "They are fighting, but life under Bakhmut is short, a day or two," Prigozhin said. So the Wagner chief urged the Ukrainian president to allow them to leave the city as the camera pans to what appears to be a captured Ukrainian soldier. Not there. Soldiers. Among them is a man with a long gray beard and two very young looking men. Well, picked over there probably, whatever, for the camera. They also issued a plea to Zelensky asking him to let them return home to their families and loved ones and not to ignore their request. So the city of Artyomovsk, which has seen some of the heaviest fighting amid Russia's ongoing military campaign, is part of the 70-kilometer Ukrainian defense line created since Kiev initiated the fighting in Donbass in 2014. Boom, that's very important right here. They were ready. In a month-long campaign, Russian forces, primarily Wagner members, have systematically captured settlements around the city and have been surrounding Artyomovsk from the north, south, and east. So this is what happened with this one. Let's go to the third article, which says, again from Sputnik, "Too late," end quote, for Ukrainian troops trapped in Artyomovsk cauldron, said Analyst. Now, this is a very look what's over here. Why would they do this? Just to kill civilians, do you think? Or because there's armies fighting around here, military personnel? But all that, you see all those, the roofs all blown up, bombed the shit out of these people. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. That's the war, and some other people just smoke their cigar and their bourbon in some dark rooms across seas. Anyway, man, this is war for us. So soldiers of the Wagner PM group announced on Friday that they had surrounded the industrial town of Donbas People's Republic, known in Ukraine by its pre-Soviet name Bakhmut, following months of fighting that has been taken a heavy toll on Kiev's forces. And the same thing here. They say that they surrounded it, and the commentator, let's say who's the commentator here, as of Thursday, there were only 2 roads, technically, and I'm quoting, that aren't under complete Russian control, he said. Who's this already? Analyst, okay, international relations and security analyst Mark Sleboda told Sputnik on Thursday that it was already too late for the thousands of Ukrainian troops ordered by Zelensky to hold the city at all costs to retreat. So as of Thursday, there was only 2 roads technically that aren't under complete Russian control, he said, but the situation has been changing rapidly. One of those was just a dirt road, but right now it's like a wave of mud, he added. It even makes the roads in Pennsylvania look good, which is saying a lot. Okay. And I'm quoting this guy. So yeah, it's too late to get them out in any type of organized way, Sleboda said, and I'm quoting, the troops might be able to sneak out in small groups at night across fields, but even then they're going to be suffering terrible attrition. I have an article that I'm gonna use for the next video, and that would be about some Ukrainian reconnaissance groups ordered by Zelensky to get them out of Bakhmut, and that would definitely confirm that the Ukrainians lost Bakhmut. That's going to be in the next video, though, when I'm going to discuss the evidence presented by the Ukrainians that actually Bakhmut did not fall yet, and the evidence is just infantile. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.